So who would I take ahead of the other in terms of Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown early in 2024 PPR Fantasy Football Drafts? This is the Fantasy Sports Boss. Make sure if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Now, I've gotten a lot of questions on this one, particularly Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Seems like the fantasy football industry is having, at least those who play fantasy football, are having a tough time deciding between the two. And listen, you really can't go wrong with either one of them in PPR leagues. Like Jamar Chase and Amon-Ra St. Brown are slam dunk wide receiver ones, along with CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill, Justin Jefferson. You could even put Garrett Wilson in there as well. I do have an A.J. Brown for the Philadelphia Eagles. But if you're on the clock, as you're getting toward the middle of the first round there, and Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jamar Chase are there, who you take ahead of the other? Now, I know if it's for me personally, and I did wrestle back and forth with this one, I'm going to take Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm going to explain why. So reflexively, you probably would say, well, Jamar Chase, that's the easy call. A lot of people took him number one overall last season, number one wide receiver off the board as well in a lot of fantasy football leagues. But I went with Chase for a number of reasons. Now, if you look at the numbers last season, Amon-Ra St. Brown won this battle. He caught 119 passes for 1,515 yards, and he scored 10 touchdowns. Jamar Chase, 100 catches, 1,216, and 7 touchdown catches himself. Now, let's start with durability. Amon-Ra St. Brown has had much better durability than Jamar Chase. He's missed 2 games the last 2 seasons combined. One of them was just to rest for the playoffs. Jamar Chase, meanwhile, missed 5 games in 2022. Last year, missed a game as well. So he's had a little bit more of a checkered injury history. But here's staying on the injury front. Chase's quarterback and Joe Burrow has much more significant injury concerns than does Jared Goff. Jared Goff, for all his warts on the road and, hasn't always been inclined to throw it down the field, he's been very durable throughout his career, whereas Joe Burrow has not. He's had serious injuries 3 of the last 4 years, and obviously if he goes down, this is going to severely hurt Jamar Chase, as we saw each of the last 2 years. Raw receptions. I think raw receptions, Amon-Ra St. Brown will still beat Jamar Chase, even if both guys play a full allotment of snaps this season. Amon-Ra St. Brown plays in the slot primarily. Jamar Chase doesn't, although there's some rumors he's going to be working in the slot this year. So I think just on raw receptions, Amon-Ra St. Brown has him beat. Now, the yardage, you're going to think, oh, automatically Jamar Chase has got the yardage edge. Jamar Chase has not topped what Amon-Ra St. Brown did last season. So 1,515 yards. Now, you could say that's an outlier. St. Brown's going to come back to earth, but I don't think so. They really don't have a lot besides Sam Laporte. You want to say Jameson Williams, I want to see some more evidence before I even think he's going to be a threat to Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think there could be very close between the two of them in yardage. Where Chase is going to win out is touchdowns. The 10 touchdowns last season from Amon-Ra St. Brown seemed like the ceiling for him. He works in the slots. Not going to be a lot of big plays, whereas Jamar Chase has been a touchdown hound in his career. He's caught 13 in 2021, 9 in 2022, 7 despite all the Burrows missed time last year with injuries. So I think Chase is going to be the better touchdown guy. But again, Joe Burrow's injury history is probably going to fall short in receptions. And also, all but, I believe, 2 or 3 games, Amon-Ra St. Brown is going to be playing in a climate-controlled dome. Jamar Chase does not have that luxury. He's got to go on the road in those really rough, late October, November, December climates in the AFC North. We've seen the snow, the wind, the rain, the ice, all of those things that could really hurt a passing offense. Amon-Ra St. Brown is not going to have those kind of concerns. So if you factor all of these things together, Jamar Chase, Amon-Ra St. Brown, if you debate between the two, I'm going with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let me know what you think in the comments. Post in the comments below.